It's hard to think about arts and culture in our state and not think of John Bracey, the soon-to-be retired head of the Michigan Council of Arts and Cultural Affairs. Through good times and some very challenging moments, John has fought to protect the funding that is so vital to our state's cultural organizations. John and his team have worked tirelessly to reach out to organizations across the state and encourage them to participate in the MCACA's programs. Through workshops and ongoing training, his office has trained small, medium, and large groups to improve their fundraising efforts and elevate their artistic ambitions and community service. I know that was true at Detroit Public Television. I first met John when he called out of the blue and said he had just met the PBS CEO, Paula Kerger, who mentioned some of the good things we were doing at the station. We talked for a long while, and he encouraged me to apply for an MCACA grant. Let me tell you, I've worked with a lot of foundations, and it's not often you get a call that asks you to apply. Thanks, John. Over the years, John has become a friend and trusted advisor. John, we can't thank you enough for everything you've done for us in the cultural community. We'll miss your relentless, positive spirit and your great organizational mind. We've asked a few of your friends and colleagues to share that love and tell you all that you've done for our sector. Again, thanks for everything. Good luck and safe travels. Please have fun.
When you think of MCACA, you think of John Bracey.
John is thoughtful, he's caring, he has a great deal of empathy for other people.
There are a few people, as I look back in my life, that bring tears to my eyes because I couldn't have done it without them, and it was John.
I hope that he knows that I'm just like a significantly better person having known him.
The Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs is the state agency, within the Michigan Economic Development Corporation.
The council is responsible for spreading out tax dollars.
John Bracey is the perfection of a grant maker and as a champion of the arts.
He recognized that the arts were sort of being moved out of the prominence that they needed to be in, and that he needed to really put his muscle, his capacity to assure that the arts were firmly embedded in our community.
I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that the council might not exist were it not for John Bracey.
When the state had decided to move the Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs under the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, John saw the vision and he embraced that, and he really worked hard to show the alignment between the arts and the economy.
He can speak about it with a passion, but with understanding and real nuts and bolts numbers to show its viability.
Under his leadership, we've been able to increase arts funding every year.
John truly believes that the arts connect people, that they create opportunities for communities to come together. He also knows that the arts actually are a pathway for people to recapture hope.
He's seen its positive impacts, the way it brings smiles to young people's faces, the way it can really uplift a community.
John has some of the deepest knowledge I've ever encountered in grant making for arts and culture. He has always championed local arts organizations to make their own funding grants because they know their local organizations better than anybody else.
He just helped me to believe in myself. And then the value of what I was doing.
He's just a really great representative of our sector also. He's a person that's always trying to get more resources to our state.
John has truly shaped arts policy nationwide. Representatives from other states told me how lucky Michigan is to have John. They often seek his guidance, his expertise, and they really regard Michigan as a success story.
His retirement would be a loss for our sector if he had not given us so much. But there's just so much of John in our ecosystem still, and there will always be.
He set the standard of the ethics of the way this council is run, and I believe that will continue.
He's a colleague who can help get to the heart of any matter and get to solutions while still having fun. And thank goodness for us, his brand of fun is infectious.
As much as you think you know John, there's always like another layer of John that's underneath that you just can't quite find, and all of a sudden it pops up and surprises you.
John's humor is probably one of the more defining characteristics. When I said that, then I also thought about his hair and his mustache. They're notable and intense.
He has a really great sense of humor, and it comes right through in email. Like when my assistant gets these crazy emails from John, she's like, "What?" I'm like, no, relax. That's just John being funny.
He has a group of guys that he plays golf with, and they've created this whole new art form called Goku, which kind of unifies haiku with golf.
He's like a brilliant man, and these limericks will come out, and they're hilarious. I just will miss knowing that he's there, that I, can come down and talk to him and have a beer with him.
John and I share a lot, but one thing that we've always shared is at the end of the day, we know that it's important to share a beer. So John, here's to your retirement. I hope you have a great time, and I can't wait to see what the next chapter holds for you. Way to go, John.